You may not realize it, but your knee is trying to tell you something. Yes, it speaks a different language, one of aches, pains, and sometimes a symphony of clicks and pops. Think of these as your knee's version of Morse code, signaling that something might be amiss. Constant ache? That's your knee's way of saying it's been overworked. Sharp, shooting pain? It might be hinting at an injury. And that weird clicking sound? It's like your knee's SOS signal telling you to pay attention. These signs are not just casual chatter, they're your knee's cry for help, its way of saying, "Hey, something's wrong here, can you help me out?" So when your knee starts to chatter, it's time to pay attention. It's time to decode these signals and understand what your knee is trying to tell you. After all, a conversation is only fruitful when both parties are listening, right? Decoding the knee's message is crucial for your well-being. Now that's a sentence you probably didn't expect to hear today, did you? But it's true. Understanding what your knee is trying to tell you can be the difference between a brief inconvenience and a long-term problem. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. A constant ache in your knee could be its way of telling you that it's overworked. Maybe you've been hitting the gym a bit too hard, or perhaps those high heels are not your knee's best friend. This is your knee's cry for a little rest and relaxation. Now, if you're experiencing a sharp, stabbing pain, your knee might be sending you a more urgent message. This could be a sign of an injury, like a torn ligament or a fractured bone. Ignoring this could mean letting an injury worsen over time, which we definitely don't want. And what about that weird clicking or popping sound? Well, it might be your knee's way of saying, "Hey, something's not quite right here." This could indicate that your knee's natural cushioning is wearing thin, or there could be a loose body floating around in there. Why is it so important to understand these symptoms? Well, your knee is a complex piece of machinery. And just like a car, it needs regular maintenance and care. Dismissing these messages from your knee can lead to more serious issues down the line. The bottom line is, your knee is not just a joint. It's a key player in your mobility and overall quality of life. So when it sends you a text, it's not just for a casual chat. It's a message that needs your attention. Ignoring these signals is like silencing your alarm clock. It might give you some momentary peace, but sooner or later, you're going to have to face the music. And trust me, it's better to dance to the tune of prevention than to the beat of regret. Your knee's message might be more important than you think. So let's keep those lines of communication open, pay attention to the signs, and make sure we're giving our knees the care they deserve. Now that you've heard the message, how do you respond? Once we've cracked the code and figured out what our knees are trying to tell us, the next logical step is action. It's like receiving an important email. You wouldn't just read it and then ignore it, right? Similarly, your knees require a response, and that response could take many forms. The first line of defense is often the simplest. If your knee is giving you a bit of grief, it might be asking for a little rest and relaxation. Take a load off, prop your feet up, and give that knee a break. It's like hitting the pause button on a busy day. Sometimes we all need a moment to recharge. But what if your knee is still acting up, despite your best efforts to appease it? Well, it's time to bring out the big guns. Ice packs and elevation. It's a tried and true method of reducing inflammation and promoting healing. Think of it as a chill-out session for your knee. Yet, let's not forget the importance of over-the-counter pain relievers. They may not be the stars of the show, but they're reliable supporting characters, ready to step in when the going gets tough. They're like those trusty friends who are always there when you need them, always ready to lend a hand, or in this case, tackle that pesky inflammation. However, if your knee continues to be a bit of a chatterbox, despite all your efforts, it might be time to seek professional help. It's like when you've tried every troubleshooting step for your malfunctioning computer and nothing seems to work. You call in the experts. Doctors and physical therapists are like the tech support for our bodies. They can run tests, provide a more in-depth understanding of what's going on, and guide you on the best course of action. Responding to your knee's message isn't just about treating the symptoms, it's about addressing the root cause. It's about taking the necessary steps to ensure your knee is happy, healthy, and ready to support you in all your adventures. So remember, your knee's message is not just a whisper in the wind, it's a call to action. So don't just listen, respond. Because a well-cared-for knee is a happy knee, and a happy knee means a happy you. Remember, your knee's message is a call to action. Your knees are the unsung heroes of your daily life. They bear the brunt of your weight, enable movement, and rarely complain. But when they do, it's crucial to listen. Maintaining knee health isn't just about avoiding discomfort. It's about preserving your mobility, your independence, and your ability to engage in the activities you love. Think about it. Whether it's going for a morning jog, dancing at a family wedding, or playing with your kids, your knees are there, making it all possible. So let's give them the care and attention they deserve. And remember, your knees are not just another body part. They are integral to your overall well-being. A strong, healthy knee can significantly enhance your quality of life, while a neglected one can just as significantly diminish it. So let's make a pact, shall we? To appreciate our knees more, to understand their language, and to respond with kindness and care. Because after all, a happy knee equals a happy you. In the end, your knee's message is a cry for care and attention. We've journeyed through the world of decoding knee signals, understanding that these are not mere whispers in the wind, but rather vital signs that demand our attention. From the subtle aches to the more dramatic clicks and pops, our knees have their unique way of communicating with us. Remember, it's not about silencing these signals, but rather understanding them and responding appropriately. Whether it's a little at-home TLC or a consultation with a professional, it's crucial to address the issue and not let it linger. Every knee conversation is important. It's not just about the here and now, but also about our long-term health and mobility. So, when your knee sends a text, make sure to read it, understand it, and take action. Remember, always consult with a doctor or qualified healthcare provider when your knee sends a message. Alright, if you found this knee chat helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it with anyone whose knees might need a little help. Until next time, take care of yourselves and listen closely to what your knees have to say.